This happened last year, about a week before Christmas. The Harper family lived in a charming community called Balboa, about 50 miles from Los Angeles. Early one morning, Mrs. Harper took her car and drove to Los Angeles and...
Mother, where are you going?
Mr. Darby in, Mr. Ted Darby.
What's the name?
Mrs. Harper, I'd like to see him.
Just a second.
If there's any calls, you know... Oh, excuse me, honey. You know where you can reach me.
Okay, I'll tell her. Mr. Darby wants you to wait for him in the bar.
The bar?
Every time we get a new singer, Joe is...
Television is a big thing. It took me for 50 last night. I don't think the game was on the level.
Too early to serve anything yet, miss.
That's all right.
Won't be long, 10 minutes. Morning. Morning. Bar?
In the bar.
Mrs. Harper?
Yes.
Ted Darby. Pete? 10 minutes. So you're Bee's mother?
Yes, I am, Mr. Darby, and
I never realized she had such a young mother. There's quite a resemblance. I'm sorry I can't offer you a drink
I
yet.
didn't come to make a social call, Mr. Darby. What I have to say won't take a minute.
As you please.
I don't want you to see my daughter again.
Isn't that something for Bee to decide?
I don't think so. She's only a child. Only 17.
18 next month.
Only 17, Mr. Darby. And it's plain to see she's not old enough to know what's good for her.
Mrs. Harper, there's no harm. Bee likes to get around, meet interesting people. I can do that for her.
She can get along very nicely without you. You're not the kind of person I want Bee to see.
I hope you're not judging by my temporary surroundings, Mrs. Harper. My apartment...
I know the kind of man you are, Mr. Darby. I've gone to the trouble to find out.
How does Bee feel about all this?
I haven't discussed it with her, and I don't intend to because you're going to stop seeing her.
I am.
Yes, and there's nothing I won't do to stop it.
Maybe we should talk this over.
There's nothing to talk over.
Yes, there is. You've been pretty frank, and I'm going to be the same. I didn't know how strongly you felt about my seeing Bee, and now that I do, I want to cooperate. I want to help you. I think with a little common sense, we can get this all straightened out.
Straighten up.
Just how important is it to you that I don't see her anymore?
It's very important.
I mean, as far as money is concerned. Otherwise, I couldn't possibly promise not to see her again, Mrs. Harper.
You won't have to, Mr. Darby. You've made it very simple for me. I can discuss it with her now, and I'll have nothing to worry about when she hears how deeply you feel about her. Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
Operator, get me Balboa. Harper 2626. Miss Beatrice Harper, please.
Hey, Mother, how come you went up to Los Angeles this morning and didn't tell any of us?
I had some things to attend to.
I'm going to put on a new bumper, Mother.
I think you're too late. And put on your shirt, David.
Okay.
Hello, Father. How's everything?
Why didn't you tell us you were going to L.A. this morning?
Wanted to get to the store before the crowd.
Sybil, will you turn that vacuum cleaner off? I can't hear the race results.
I don't know why you want to hear him, Mr. Harper. Hello, Mrs. Harper. You never win anyhow.
Sybil, where's Bee?
She hasn't talked to anyone all afternoon.
She's in your room, Mrs. Harper, using your shower again.
That you, Mother?
Yes, Bee. When you're through your shower, I'd like to talk to you.
I know.
What do you mean? You know.
Mother, how could you humiliate me so terribly by going to see Ted?
It was a little humiliating for me, too. I'm not used to dealing with people of his kind. Do you know what kind of a man he is?
Yes, I know. But you're going to tell me that he's a low, vile character.
Yes.
That he lives in a horrible, dirty hotel. When Ted called, he told me that's about what you'd say.
Now, wait a minute. I said, wait, Bee. And did your friend, Mr. Darby, also tell you he was perfectly willing not to see you again, providing I made it worth his while financially?
I don't believe it.
You don't think I'd make up a thing like that, do you?
Ted said you made such a scene. He said you got all upset and excited. You might have misunderstood.
I didn't misunderstand anything. He made his intentions perfectly clear.
Mother, you think you understand people. But you really are terribly old-fashioned. You couldn't possibly understand a man like Ted.
I wouldn't want to.
Sybil, did you do my blouse yet?
Haven't been able to get to it yet, Bee.
Well, I asked you a whole hour ago.
Bee, you'll not talk like that to Sybil. Sybil, you don't have to do the downstairs today. Bee, let's not lose our tempers. Let's be reasonable. That man...
Mother, I don't care to discuss it anymore.
It's not a question of whether you care to discuss it. You're not to see that man again. You must give me your promise you won't see him again.
I can't promise that, Mother.
No? Then you're not going back to Los Angeles. I'll take you out of art school.
You wouldn't do such a thing.
I just did.
Well, that won't keep us apart. We'll see each other somehow.
Oh, Bee, stop acting. And you're not to see him again. That's final. Now, get dressed and pick up your clothes.
Mother, can't you trust me? I'm not having a nasty love affair with him, if that's what you think.
Bee, I've been stupid and indulgent. Your father wanted you to go to college, and I took your side and persuaded him to let you go to art school, which he felt was wrong, because of the freedom and the people you'd be exposed to. I mistakenly thought you were right-thinking enough to be discriminating about the friends you chose. Well, he was right and I was wrong. You never would have met Darby if we'd listened to him. Now, I know it's difficult for you to understand because you're still a child. I probably would have felt the same way at your age.
The difference is that when you're 17 today, you know what the score is. You're not a child anymore.
Bee, I'm not going to sit here all day and go over the same thing again and again. You're not going to do that. You're not going to see that.
Philadelphia calling.
That's your father.
How's it going with you, son? What? You like Tom? Wonderful.
Dad, can I talk to him, Grandpa?
Wait a minute, Tom. Here's David.
Hi, Dad. Swell. Huh? You ought to see it. It's almost a car
Let me
now.
talk to him, David.
Hold it. He's in Philadelphia. He's telling me all about his car.
Tom, how are you, dear? I'm fine. We're all fine.
Yeah.
There's just one little problem. Bee wants a blue Christmas tree for Christmas, and the rest of us are holding out for a green one. How do you vote? What, you won't be here? Berlin? Oh, Tom, you can't be away for Christmas. I don't care, Tom. They've done without that bridge over there for 4 years. I should think they could do without it for another 2 weeks. Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's what we've wanted. It's wonderful, Tom, wonderful.
Dad's been ordered to Berlin.
Yes, she's here. Wait a minute. Here, dear.
David just told me. Oh, we're going to miss you. Yes, I'm fine. Art school? I'm getting along beautifully. Owen? Oh, I haven't seen it. Well, I haven't seen anyone lately. I've been too busy. Mother wants to talk to you. Hurry home.
Tom? What? I think she's taking art school a little too seriously. I'll tell her, dear. And don't worry about anything, darling. We'll all be fine. Goodness, Tom, this isn't anything. You were away 3 years during the war. Oh, you know I do, Tom. Bye, darling. I'll write tonight. Yes?
It's me, Mother.
Just a second. Now you can come in.
Wanted to say goodnight.
Why aren't you wearing your slippers?
I'm hardening my feet for track.
Night, dear.
Night.
I'd like to see you once fully dressed.
Writing to Dad so soon? Boy, grown-up sure can be goony. You talked to him just this afternoon. I don't get it.
'Cause we're goony. Night, dear.
Night.
David, you smell like a garage.
I take a shower every morning.
Yes, but I have to sleep with you every night.